They need to subscribe, so in case that happens, they can get right back into action. They'll be back. Slower build up, but they'll be back.
All right,
Guys.
guys.
Just now realized they gotta go to bed. They got work tomorrow.
Josh messed up and hit the wrong button.
It happens.
So,
that's why you guys need to subscribe to my channel so you can get connected right away. Is it showing? I know we got people back already, but is it showing we got people back yet?
nope,
No.
there's nobody.
It takes a couple minutes. Like literally, some people come back right away, but it won't show you. It's like a delay.
How's your socks?
They're a lot better than they were.
Yeah.
How you doing?
All right. How about you?
Not too bad. Hey, Tammy. We're gonna walk to the National Mall, I guess.
How about let's take a break?
Take a break? I took a break.
Can we take a longer break?
I'll fall asleep if I take too long a break.
I'm walking in flip-flops. Not the ideal. Shoes.
Hey, everybody. Oh, there's a bunch of baby mice in here, dude. That's sick. They're like baby rats, dude. Oh, that's so gross. Dude, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 baby rats in here, dude. Oh.
We should help them out.
No, I think Mama put them in there.
No. Probably not.
How else did they get in there? Mama put them in
They
there.
climbed up and then they jumped in and they're not able to get out.
Oh, for real?
Yep.
Can you just tip it over then? No, no, don't pull that out. Can you tip the whole thing over? No, tip the whole thing over.
It's fine.
Oh.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, he's trying to get you. Oh, and there's the last one. There might be more. Huh?
There's one
Yep,
more.
there's one more. Come on, little guy. He's coming, he's coming. Put down more, put down. I'll just leave it like that. There you go. There you go, little guy. So I guess Mama didn't put him in there. They probably climbed in and they got stuck.
Yeah, they climbed up the side and then they jumped in.
I guess only the bigger rats are able to actually climb in and climb out. Or jump out, because they were trying to jump. You just saved like 8 lives, man. How do you feel?
So good. They're one of God's creatures too, even though people hate them.
Yep, Tammy, that's just DC. That's normal. Yeah, like Mikey said, that's just, they're creatures of God too. They gotta eat. Yeah, I wanna go sit at the park with the fountain.
Which one?
The one that where 76 was hanging out.
Wait, what?
The park in front of 76 of the fountain by the National Gallery of Art. Right in front of this building, there's 2 gardens.
Oh.
Really nice gardens. Really nice seats to sit on.
Really nice seats to sit.
Dude, there's even air conditioning in the corner. Have you found the air conditioning? Dude, you're gonna shit. I'm telling you. There's literally an air conditioning corner, just like polar air coming out of the ground.
Give me like 3 or 4 more minutes.
Okay.
My feet. Did you hear that?
Yeah. There's someone over there. What is that? Cable cutters? What? What? No, that's not what that was. Not at all. It sounds like someone trying to use fucking cable locks.
Joking.
No, it sounds like someone's trying to break a bike loose.
Possibly. Well, you've had that plugged in almost all night, and I mean, that's a good battery pack.
Oh yeah, what's the showing on there?
Three dots.
Hell yeah. Have you walked over there to that homeless camp? Which homeless camp?
There's a lot of homeless camps.
There's a lot of homeless camps here. There's one by the convention center, I think, is one of the closest.
You got the one over at McPherson Square.
Yeah.
And
That one's dangerous.
depends.
One of them, like, I hear on the news all the time.
So did y'all see the homeless camp that was out in front of Union Station?
In front of Union Station? No, I heard they took it out.
Yeah, they did.
Where did those people go? All over?
They just scattered.
Would they have a tent city there?
Yeah, they had a tent city. Yeah, I was told whenever I got here, due to my mental and physical disability, I would have housing within 90 days. And I've been here almost 6 months.
Damn. You're still waiting on housing?
Still waiting on housing. So, and they can't blame it on the funding. They've got the funding.
So where's the money going?
Exactly. Exactly. And to get housing, I mean, it's so difficult because they make you jump through all these hoops, and you got to go through these programs, and the people who are actually trying to help themselves, they get pushed to the back burner. But the people that don't want to help themselves, you know, they get treated better than the people that are trying to help themselves.
Yeah.
Tired.
Oh yeah, I'm exhausted.
So,
I don't know. Exhausted. I'm ready to walk. Not too far though, just around that building. Oh. I watched a guy take a shower at that fountain the other day.
did you?
Well, I didn't watch for very long, but yeah, I saw him showering up. Next morning, there was all kinds of bubbles in there.
Yeah, they get mad about that.
Oh, I imagine. But can you blame them though? Can you blame the people for wanting to shower? I'd do the same thing if I had to. John says he did a church outreach once. I went and stayed at a homeless camp one night and it wasn't too bad. They were just all smoking crack and willing to do anything for money. but another camp was calm. I mean, that sounds like pretty much every homeless camp across the country. I mean, except for like in Philly, they're not smoking crack as much as they're shooting up fentanyl and crazy shit like that. There's this guy on YouTube, his channel's like Kensington Avenue, and all he does is walk up and down Kensington Avenue in Philly. It is something else, guys. You should check it out someday. You doing alright?
Yeah.
Hello! Did everybody die? Are we all alone in the city? In the city? All alone. Nobody's home. You been under this road?
Under the road?
Yeah. These two buildings connect underneath.
I have not. Have you?
Yeah. There's a cafeteria right here.
Really?
Yeah, I've eaten there a couple times too. It's decent price compared to the food trucks, and you especially get a good portion too. I just wouldn't recommend getting any fried food at the museums.
Why?
Stick with this. I don't know. There's always just like, it's never fried fresh. It's something that's just been sitting there all day. And they have a cop stationed out here all day too.
I think that car's empty.
Is it empty?
I do believe so.
Is there any law enforcement out here?
No.
Huh. Maybe they were just out here for us the other day then.
Yeah, that car's empty.
Okay. Well, they did have all this roped off before. Oh, you know what they... Hold on. What did they do? I think they roped all this off because 1776 was over there. And we could have played in this and cooled off or something. Because this whole area gets this water. And then it floods over here. That's the cafeteria right there. But now they open it up all of a sudden. Like a little cooling station, they open it up. And then they block this part off right here. For no reason at all. What a joke.
Hello! Hello!
Oh, one of these windows are broken.
Really?
Yeah, look right there. With the cones. I saw it from inside the other day. I wouldn't do that. You're talking about trillions of dollars worth of artwork, dude, in there.
Really?
Yeah, between these two buildings, trillions of dollars. Most of the artwork isn't even on display. It's actually in a storage facility off-site.
Go this way.
That way?
Can we go that way?
Nah. Not at all. We can cut through the magnolias if you can find a cut through, but I guess wet grass. I don't want to do that. Oh, can you smell them though?
Yep.
Oh, dude, I can smell so much better. I quit smoking. What is Disney Mayu and Mini Village, Washington, D.C.? I never heard of that.
Sorry, guys.
Disney Mayu and Mini Cafeteria. Yeah, I've never been to anything. Only Disney I've been to is in Florida, and I'm not too big of a fan of Disney. Disney is definitely indoctrinating our children. Not a fan of Disney at all. Here is where 17... Oh, guys, wait, what time is it? I gotta make a funny joke. It's 2:53, guys, and there's no assailants here. And I'm live streaming. Security breach. Security breach! I had to do that, I'm sorry. Is there one car parked there right now?
There is.
Dude, what if that's Justin or something?
I don't think that's his truck.
Nah. What if someone's staying here to watch the porta potties? Someone already broke the locks off of both of them.
Did they?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, dude. The public's been using them. If they're still there, they might be gone now. I think they finally got picked up. Someone's parked here, though. Maybe it's Antifa. Maybe Lisa's out here somewhere. You seen her lately?
Do you want to go see Lisa?
Oh, you know where she's at?
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's not awake right now.
Maybe. Sometimes.
How far away is she?
You see where the lights are?
Oh, she's by David?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, definitely. I just didn't want to fucking go walk back that way. It's flat right here. Except for these stairs. I'm really curious about this truck, guys.
Let's get the license plate.
At least. Oh, and we do have the Porter Johns here still. Or they do. Is that Virginia tag? Florida tags.
License plate Y295TZ, Florida.
Anyone in there?
Empty.
There's no one in there?
Empty.
Oh, I see. That's construction guy.
Is it?
I mean, he has construction stuff in there. That could just be a cover.
Yep.
Well, yeah, because why would he be? He could just, I don't know. No idea. But yeah, look at these porta potties. They got destroyed. Well, at least the locks did. The insides are getting destroyed because they're just sitting here and they're not servicing them.
Yeah, they sure did break the electric box off.
Alright, no one set them on fire yet. Someone left some toilet paper in there, that's nice. Woo! Alright, that's good. No one destroyed them yet. That's a blessing. Yeah, let's go check out David's tent, guys. I can't live stream inside there, but we can live stream outside.
Puppy puff?
Yeah. See? Puppy puff. Yeah, what's this? You can't ride that, huh?
Nope. Show them what happens whenever you try to.
Yeah. The wheel locks up.
Mm-hmm. If you push it hard enough, it'll start working.
Yeah, $17 you can rent a scooter all day long. Or have the availability to pick up scooters all over the city. $17.
Oh, so also for the end of August, all the way till August 31st, Rebel scooters are free up to $12 for your first ride.
Rebel?
Rebel, R-E-V-E-L.
I never seen them.
They're little blue mopeds.
Mopeds?
Mm-hmm.
I never seen those at all. We gotta do that then. How long is $12 gonna last me?
Like 2 miles.
Yeah, I'm good.
It's like 39 cents a mile.
Oh, look. We have remnants, guys. We got remnants from Antifa Circle.
Put that down.
No, it was the park police actually put it there because that hole. Well, yeah. Remnants from Antifa Circle. This is where Antifa Square was, guys.
Oh, there you go. There's the moon.
Yeah, there's the super moon. Behind the clouds. There's a blinker car. They don't give you water at David's tent, do they?
Nope.
Ain't that something? Do I have water still? I do. Yeah, if I had a tent, I'd be giving out water. At a minimum. Especially in the summertime.
It would be nice.
They're allowed to give out water. It's not that they're not allowed. They're not allowed to give out food without like the health inspector or some. But they can give out. Yeah, but they can give out packaged food. You know, snacks, waters, stuff that's not tainted with drugs. Maybe if they knew how much drugs are being pushed on the homeless people through their food, maybe they'd be more Christian-like and give away packaged food and water in the summertime, where you need water to survive. Just a thought.
You can go days and weeks without eating.
Yeah, it's actually good for you. Because you know they got water there for themselves.
Yep.
Like when I first went there, I was like, cool, they're gonna have like some snacks or some water. I didn't get none of that there.
Oh, she's not here today. Why?
Where was she?
She's usually right out here.
Yeah, but they like she has to move every night. They weren't bothering her? Maybe they did.
Possibly.
Because that one lady cop has it out for anybody. The one that kicked her out. She gave me tickets next day. 3 tickets, yeah, $180, guys. 3 tickets. U.S. Park Police wrote me DC tickets. They weren't even Park Police tickets. They were DC tickets. Written to me by the Park Police. I didn't even know that was possible. I found out real quick. It's possible. So what, she was here on the grass?
Yep.
It rained pretty hard too.
That it did.
What do you think her second go-to would be?
That I don't know.
Anywhere? I would go in, but there's no live streamers. Or no recording at all. Kind of odd. You would think they would want to broadcast light. But that's their rules. I didn't make them, I just follow them. I can't with the live stream.
Right, do you want to cut it and come back later?
No. I already cut it out on him once. You got puffer?
But we can do it.
See ya, Alan. Hey, somebody give MBN my Cash App so they can put me in the Mayu and Mini Suite. $150. Somebody, I think MBN's trying to give me $150. There is no live streaming to protect others inside. Who are they? Okay, I don't know. I live in faith, not fear. So when people say silly stuff like that, it just kind of throws me off. Because I live in faith, and this is supposed to be a house of faith. If they step outside the tent, they're going to be recorded. I could literally stand out here, like the press, record them as they walk to their vehicles. So it's definitely not for that reason. But thank you for trying to understand, Spoffy. And I really do hope Lisa is safe. I'm pretty sure Lisa's safe. Lisa is a woman of faith. Pretty quiet out here now. There's no 76ers at nighttime. It's bustling during the day, but nighttime it's gotten quiet again. Yeah, I think, let's see, I think MBN, I think that's Korean writing. If you could send me 150 American, I will go to your mini suite. Are you a local, Spoffy? Are you familiar with David's tent? Says one of the dumbasses got the cops called on him for trying to steal a cup of coffee from Waffle House.
Who?
The people who were screaming at the 76ers. One of the guys got the cops called on him because Lori was trying to steal a cup of coffee.
Really?
Dude, they got there's another video I saw. It was Pineapple Pants and JJ or whatever his name is. They got kicked out of Comet Pizza. They were sitting outside eating, and I guess someone called in and said something. I don't know what happened, but next thing you know, like, the waiter comes out and says, "I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave now. Your pizza's on us, but you're gonna have to leave right now." And they're like, "What? Huh?" And they're like, "We were just talking about the corruption or something like that." And they're like, "Yeah, we saw your live stream, and you're gonna have to leave now." I was like, damn, y'all just got kicked out. It was hilarious.
That's crazy.
Oh. Okay, Spoffy. And there's a few churches I go to, and they actually appreciate live streams or video recordings to spread the word, the light. But some people don't understand the First Amendment, and if you are worried about your identity being shown through a camera lens, you need to stay inside and put on a face mask. But yeah, I could understand where they are doing very sacred, very spiritual things, like casting demons out of people. They probably don't want to film that, and that's totally understandable. But like John brought up, I don't think that happens at David's tent. You can't make this up. Dude, did you know we're a cult? Me and you right now, we're a cult.
How is that?
I don't know.
How are we a cult?
I don't know. Telescope stream at 2015 mark. I will definitely check that out later. Hashtag cult freaks. They don't because of the people just talked about and their antics who got kicked out of comment. Okay. There's someone for spam. Yeah, that's normal, John. That's perfectly acceptable and normal for most churches around the United States. But she was getting her information from other live streamers in '76, and they are full of misinformation. A lot of them are, not all of them, but I could name a few, but I'm not. There's a lot of controversy over Josh, Oreo Express right now, but he's a good guy. He's been a good guy for a long time. One of my inspirations, along with Taco Joe, first responder, big inspiration as well. He's a very good guy. And they both have the same amount of subscribers, or at least they did a few days ago. Oh, wow. Dude. This guy just saw my moderator and this guy go to the same church.
Wow.
They just randomly met in my they probably already know each other. That's awesome, John. Hell yeah. Bringing patriots together. Let me fix my focus, guys, now it got dark. Dude, the other night I watched a lady. She walked 2 miles just between here and there. She was just doing circles back and forth, saying a bunch of crazy stuff. And she's like, I need Jesus or some, like, but the way she was saying Jesus was like really like not good. Like, it was really weird. I just heard someone cough over. Is that Lisa over there?
I don't think so. I don't see her cart.
Someone's over there though, right?
Yeah.
I just heard him cough. I mean, she could be sitting on the bench, not by her cart. Starting to drizzle, guys, but I don't think it's gonna be too bad because I can see a star above me. I think it's just all the humidity in the air is coming down. It's not even rain. It's just condensed humidity.
Pretty much.
That's awesome, John. And Storm Rider. I really have to go to this church now, John. I'm gonna have to make a trip to Tennessee and go to that church because I've heard good things from you about it. Oh, that's a dog over there. Don't listen to that, guys. It's contagious. See, look, guys. We've been here for like 30 minutes. Not one security car has gone around the building at all. That security, like I said before, was simply here because there was a group of people out front of the museum and they were worried about their museum being insurrected or something. But yeah, no security, no police. As you can see, it is a complete ghost zone out here. No police officers, no security riding around the art building every 20-15 minutes. Total ghost zone, guys. Freakishly quiet.
It really is.
I'm glad this guy has dogs next to us. It's some sort of noise. They're playing fetch. Can't really see. What's that the thing that they're going to tomorrow?
I don't remember what it's called. Talking about with Captain.
No, Captain's not going there. But
Thing.
the 76ers, or some of them are going to, it's like a revival, or it's not a revival, it's a... Do you guys know what's going on in DC here tomorrow? Something to do with, it's very controversial. They've been kicked out of some cities. It's something, it's definitely pro-Republican thing that they're getting kicked out of many cities for. Is there a way you know what I'm talking about, John? I don't think it's a Christian thing. Although it might be. Hold on a moment. Awaken. That's what it's called, I think. Maybe. Awaken tour. Can you look that up real quick? Can you guys find... Is the Awaken tour, is that going to be... I think it's something like that. The Awakening tour. I think it's in DC tomorrow.
August 14th. 7:30 to 9:30 p.m.
What, today? Tomorrow? Or today?
It's the 14th, August 14th.
August 14th.
Yeah, it's still a couple days away.
Okay. So I must have got their dates wrong. So we're gonna have to read some book tomorrow and then...
Wait, that's the comedy.
Hopefully I can earn some donations tomorrow and be able to ensure I can keep making it out to DC. Because right now, as you can see, I've been spending a lot of time here and I'm not able to do other ways of income at the moment. Even though there's plenty of opportunities everywhere right now. It's pretty ridiculous, the amount of opportunities everywhere. Everyone's hiring, everyone's short-staffed. There's no shortage of jobs. When you say some are going to New York, is that like some of the 76ers are going to go to New York and split up even more? I heard some people say they got press passes. Actually, I thought that was supposed to be in DC, but I guess some people like Dom are gonna go to New York with a press pass. Okay, John. Yeah, I think some of the 76ers are gonna go to New York. So instead of staying here with Ashley Babbitt's mom, they'd rather go with their press passes to New York. That's okay. You know, I'm gonna stay here as long as Ashley's mom is still here, Mickey. Very, very nice woman. That's how I know Ashley Babbitt was a very, very amazing human, because her mom's amazing. And it's a good way. If you want to figure out, I mean, not all the time, but a lot of times, if you want to figure out what a woman's gonna be like, you look at her mom. And most of the time you can look at the mother and figure out who this woman's gonna turn into. And I never met Ashley, but I know Ashley Babbitt is a beautiful, beautiful soul. Hey Sil. It says the Bible clearly stands against that. Can you give us 1, 2, or more verses where it states that exactly? So I know it says we're supposed to follow the laws. You know, that's, yeah. We're not saying you're wrong, SYL 1023. We are wanting you to verify what you are saying, because I have yet to learn that. I'm not saying you wrong, I just want you to cite yourself. Hey look, there's some kidnap vans. He got the flasher on. Hey. Oh. What about Stormtroopers? Probably not. He might be though. Check Storm.
Freedom Express is not.
Hey guys, is any of the streamers that are here on the East Coast, are any of them live right now? Any other streamers you guys are following in Washington, D.C.? You guys can take a moment to check to see if anyone else is live. What's going on in their window?
The only one that's live right now is you.
Alrighty.
It's not. Freedom Express is there. Santa's not. Nebraska's not.
Yeah, when we were, I was told when we were at Babbitt, the rally down there at the jail, Santa was sitting at camp. He had 500 viewers watching him sitting down at camp. And, you know, I had less than 100 viewers showing Ashley Babbitt's mom. And people just have their priorities in the wrong place. They're following a man and they're not following faith. And I'm not talking bad about Santa. I'm just saying we need to have faith in.
They are worshiping Santa.
Yeah, they are, but I'm not exactly saying Santa's bad. You know, he never said no crazy shit to my face like that, but he's definitely not apologized to me. Definitely, I mean, I know he has strong views against democracy, but there definitely should be like a group vote on things instead of like one person saying at night, like, she already guaranteed, oh, you're kicked out, even though I wasn't a part of them. She's like, well, you're gonna have to stand in the Antifa square.
I'll be right back.
Okay, where you go? Finding a dark corner? Oh, where's that at? Ah. Eyes like a hawk. He just sourced himself a cigarette. Definitely a dead night in DC, Billy. It's like freakishly dead. This is like COVID all over again. I feel like I'm in Branson, Missouri during peak COVID. You know, when I say peak, I mean like no one was getting sick, but everyone was scared. I remember originally when they first came out with the COVID, you know, they said, they showed videos of people in China randomly dropping in the middle of nowhere, foaming at the mouth. Like they would just start having a seizure and foam, and they're like, oh, this is COVID, it's spreading. And I got scared. I'm like, shit, like something going through the air is gonna infect me and I'm just gonna drop and like zombify. Like that is really intense. Like that had me freaked out. But I was happy to find that wasn't the case at all. And it was a big facade, a big lie. Same here, Billy. I feel the same way. Nuss. Hold on, Reen Oram. Oof. I am not bashing 1776. I am not bashing Santa. There's certain members within that group that are a complete cancer, a plague to the group itself, like a parasite. And if you go through people's lives, I don't have to give any names. Just watch some of my live streams from that night, and you'll see who the cancer is. And the group is being consumed by cancer it has within its group. So I'm not bashing the group. They're doing it to themselves. I deserve an apology. Among other people deserve an apology. I go around Santa non-stop. The man's tried to like get me with fraud by handing me cash. Kind of like what my father would do if something wrong, if he felt he did me wrong, he would throw money at the problem. And that's not how you treat people. An apology is worth $1 million.
That is correct. I won't pin on the answer to that, but that is right.
So I didn't want $200 or $300 from Santa. I wanted an apology. So if anyone can get this out to Santa, I don't want his money. I don't want his time. I want an apology. Because what he allowed members in his group to get away with. The fact that he wouldn't even listen to my side of the story or see the footage I have. He didn't care. He made his decision. One man made a decision all on his own.
You have a letter.
Yeah, no, there's more than just one cancer. Yeah, I do have a lighter. I do. There's more than one cancer there. That's for sure. It's basically all the non-cancer is leaving the group. You know, they're tired of it. They see the drama. They've invested their whole lives into this, and then there's certain members who are just outright destroying it, like they're taken over by a demon or something, and they've been hexed while they were here at the National Mall. And they're just... It's not good, guys. Like, it's the weirdest thing I've ever been through. But yeah, Santa was there for Ashley Babbitt's mom. Was it 1 or 2 days? I think he only showed up 1 day. Actually, I take that back. He showed up 2 days, but he did not show up today. It was raining today. A lot of other members from the 76 group, or their individuals, I don't know what they are now, but other members who were a part of that group did show up and were very patriotic, and I'm very proud of them. But it's a shame we don't have every single member from that group, along with 400 or 500 other Americans standing for these political prisoners being held in that jail. No, Spoffy, I think you need to go to another live stream or watch some other of my live streams, because you seem to be missing out on a lot of content. Like, maybe you've been stuck in one live stream too long, but it's good to bounce around. Don't just stick on my stream. Bounce around to everyone's stream. You'll be surprised some of the stuff you see. I'm not kidding. No. I said I donated $200 off my food stamps card and I need my card back. So they gave me my card back eventually. And then the next day, Santa tried to give me $200 or $300. I think it was actually $300. Three $100 bills. Or two, I couldn't tell because I didn't take it. And he taps me on the shoulder. I'm sitting on the grass. I look up. He's like, here. He didn't say nothing. He's just like, here. And I'm like, what's this? And he's like, take it. And I'm like, I knew what it was. I'm like, no, I'm not taking that. I was a donation, you know? And in the back of my head, it clicks too. I'm like, wait, and if I take that, I'm converting food stamps into cash, and that is total felony. That's a big no-no. So I didn't take the cash for two reasons. Number one, I don't accept cash as an apology. Number two, I'm not trying to commit fraud. So please jump around to all the other live streams, mine, Santa's, everyone's live stream. Don't just stick with one. You know, don't just stick with me. Don't just stick with Santa. Don't just stick with Dom. Don't just stick with Stormtrooper. You know, you gotta bounce around. Get your story straight before you start coming in my chat with whatever narrative you were given. But yeah, the only reason I said something was basically to shut them up, and it worked. And I wanted my card back. Because I did authorize them to use the card for the donation. But I needed the physical card back in my pocket. Because I didn't know what was going to happen. But as soon as I mentioned that, they went from getting Big D to try to kick me out to Big D sitting down, everyone sitting down, the meeting continued, and I was able to record it. If you look on my live stream, no one ever officially kicked me out, and there's no way I could have gotten kicked out. I was never a part of it, and I said that from the beginning. They're like, they always would come up to me almost like a biker gang, like, so you're joining up now? And I'm like, I support you guys. I'm gonna do everything I can to help. It sounds good on paper. It looks really good on paper. I passed out a bunch of pamphlets. I helped in the kitchen. Donated a lot of food. I donated a nice cart. And if they're able to get their stuff together, I'll continue to help. I got no problem with that. I forgive people. I still want an apology, but people want a lot of things. I mean, I also want $1 million. Does it mean I need $1 million? No. Do I need an apology? No. Do I want an apology? Yeah. Do I deserve an apology? Yeah. You think they could turn it up a little bit in there? Like, even when you're sitting in the front row, you can't even hear nothing, dude. Like, at least turn it up a little bit so God can hear, you know? Like,
God does hear.
I know, but it's almost like they're trying to keep it hush-hush to themselves. I know there's a noise ordinance, but they're nowhere near that. Nowhere near that. And there's no residences around here anyways. They could argue that. They could actually blast the mall all night long. The cops could come and get called, and they would have to contact the health department to bring a noise meter out in order to shut them down. And when they call the health department at 3 in the morning, there's, of course, no one's going to come out here and bring a decibel meter out here. So there's really nothing the cops can do to shut you down, even in a residential area. But these laws are meant for residential areas, so when you're here on the National Mall where there are no residences at all, there's not even, even if the health department came down here and said it was over the sound length for after 10 p.m., you could still argue there's no residences. There's no victim. Been taught a lot this past month. Every state's a little different. Damn. Lazy Gamer literally has nothing to do. Apparently he's making a video on all this right now already. Yeah. Maybe that was his Antifa drone in the air earlier. I've only watched like one Lazy Gamer video. I can't remember which one. Like, actually sat down and watched it. Like, he is pretty... I mean... Has anyone doxed Lazy Gamer yet? I'd like to know at least what state he lives in. Maybe stop by and maybe his mom will let me in his basement. I'm sure he's a bully in real life too. I mean, he has no other content to watch right now but this, so. Yeah, maybe he's just underground, like a really nice guy with a really big heart, and he got bullied a lot in school. You know, kind of like the police.
Maybe. I have to stretch my back out.
A lot of members of the police, if you notice, they have really funny last names. So they were bullied a lot in school. And then, yeah, I might stretch out too. You got extra newspaper over there? Oh, hell yeah, you gonna make my bed for me? But yeah, has anyone doxed well, no. I mean, I will gladly give people my name. I'm just wondering if anyone knows his real name and where he lives. So I can see if his mother will let me downstairs to say hi to him. His mother's probably a really nice lady. Probably treats her terrible too. Oh, what is this?
My shoes that I haven't worn yet.
First time I've laid down in hours. I know, and I feel really bad for him because, you know, he probably wasn't always like that. Like somebody really hurt him. At one time he went through some trauma that is keeping him down in the pits, watching other people. And I want to go say hi to him. I don't want to call the cops on him. I don't want to do anything silly like that. I literally just want to go say hi to him. Or better yet, maybe I'll DoorDash him like some Burger King. You know, with a thank you note on it. So what is your story? Why are you there with 1776? Well, as you can see right now, I am in Washington, D.C. There is no one from 1776 right now in Washington, D.C. There's some members close by. From what I understand, there's some members on their way to New York. From what I understand, Santa's plan is to stay somewhere and study the Constitution with his members so they can further regress their grievances. That could be possible too, John. But I bet his mom's actually a really good mother. You know, especially for letting him stay in her basement. Yeah. No, I agree, Ann. I end up exposing a lot of things. Even in my different workplaces, I would expose some crap totally on accident, you know, like. No problem. No, they were really nice to me. And they're pretty new streamers too, you know. Yeah, quite a few. It's not even like literally everyone in the group deserves an apology by somebody in the group. Everyone in the group deserves an apology by Santa. And then other members need to apologize to other members too. I appreciate that, Billy. That is called critical thinking, and I think you are infected with it. Who is Lori Arnold? Is she the chick with the squirrels? Is she the squirrel lady? Or she's not Anarchy Princess? Lori Arnold is a psychopath who was with TPC, and now she's the crazy lady with the other demons. Have I met her, John? No, she's the newest one with no voice and bi-colored hair and... Oh! Okay, she's like short, right? Yes, it is, SYL. Especially when we can agree to disagree. That's just as beautiful as converting somebody, you know, into your views. Is agreeing to disagree. It's very beautiful. Yeah, I haven't talked to her yet. She seems like she's cordial, but she seems very ignorant too. So there's not really too much to do with her. I mean, the other day, Jersey J put on a good show and convinced me to talk to him because, I mean, there was no one else to talk to. My leg was hurting, so I sat down on the bench and had a chit chat with him, and he showed me what it looked like through his window, and I continued to look through my own window. Oh, she forgot to pay for her coffee? Yeah, I'm sure she just forgot. She's Lazy Gamer's mom. That's a good one. Dude, that's so true, John. Yeah, Billy was trying to convince me, like, her, not Billy, talking to Billy. JJ was trying to convince me he was speaking some truth about some things, and I'm like, well, why are you hanging out with Antifa? He's like, oh no, man, it's beautiful. I brought Antifa, I brought the gays, I brought the patriots, and we're all together and we're fighting a common cause, man. It's really beautiful working with Antifa. I mean, he's like, actually, I don't like working with them, but we found a common cause. And I was just like, oh, okay. I offended quite a few people by doing that. By having a conversation with another person. That's okay. The week left, and now I'm perfectly fine. I guarantee you, Mickey, the mother of Ashley Babbitt, very strong-willed person. I really have a... Do not show up to Mickey and say, like, this is not about 1776. This is not about her. This isn't even about Ashley Babbitt. This is about the prisoners who are being held in their cells. They're political prisoners being held without trial indefinitely. Wake up, people. Wake up. Yeah, she holds a sign that says gays against groomers. But more often than not, especially in the school system nowadays, the gays are the groomers. Big hopes for Telescope. Was Telescope a part of 76 or part of TPC at all? Who the hell is this guy? No, it's not stupid. Like, she is really dumb for going that. Like, that's the last person you want to regress any grievances to. Okay, she's gone through a lot. She's a strong person.
And I really wish all the best to whoever is going to try to convince her of anything. Yeah, John, I remember seeing that because I was the one who blocked her after she said that, because that was beyond sickening. And if she even tries to show up, there's going to be some words said. So if you guys can't see, let me turn the light on real quick. I'm laid up on a bench. Got my newspaper sheet. Got some shoes for a pillow. And we are just streaming the night away. Exactly. Yeah, I remember them trying to argue to the police here. They're like, well, you think it's okay that they allow pedophiles in their group and they're around pedophiles or something like that? And the officer looked at the guy and said, you realize, like, you ever go to Walmart? He's like, yeah. It's like, you know pedophiles are allowed to go to Walmart too, right? And you probably shop with pedophiles and you probably shop with sex offenders. Heck, if you haven't looked lately, your neighbor's probably a sex offender, or there's probably one on your block. I guarantee it. You can look this stuff up. It's public information. So a pedo finds a group to accept him, and he gets accepted. You know, I heard there was one who like told his story. Probably the one they're making a fuss about. He went to jail for like so many years, got out, went through a bunch of probation, and found God. And you know, that's the label for life is crap. There should be a way to get out of the label, you know. And then you mess up a second time, and then it's definitely a label for life. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. The lights just came on that one there. But I don't know. Whoa. I heard that. Sprinklers came on, but oh, it's coming this way a little bit. I think you're good.
Should be good.
Definitely gonna get some mist off that though.
Let that go. That scare you?
It scared me because I knew what it was. I'm just starting to dry off. I'm not trying to get wet again. I hear that noise, so I'm like, oh hell no. Oh, my hip and my leg. I'm becoming old. Yeah, go into a government fucking, or sorry for the cursing. Go into almost any government office, especially here in DC, and you're gonna find a pedophile. You know, there's a whole lot of pedophiles that are not labeled pedophiles. It's not like you're born with a label. Some people, some elites, get away with pedophilia all the time. Look at Epstein. He didn't get away with it. He got caught eventually. Why are we worried about the pedophiles who went to jail and did their time? Why don't we be worried about the pedophiles who keep getting away with it every single day? Thank you, Anne. You're getting chilly. So I'm just gonna say this right now. It would be very, very difficult for me to sleep here on the mall. I'm not just talking about the sprinklers running. Just sleeping in public, like sleeping somewhere where someone could watch me or look at me while I'm sleeping. You know, I could have my mouth wide open. I could be like scratching myself or anything, you know, like right in front of everybody. Like, I couldn't imagine doing this every night. This is only the... Yo, we're getting misted on, man. The sprinklers are misting on us a little bit.
A little bit, not much.
Not enough to move yet?
No.
Alright, I'm good. Friend Mike got some brand new pair of shoes and he's letting me use it as a pillow. You sure you don't need this, man? You got a pillow?
Use it for a pillow.
I can use my backpack as a pillow.
Those shoes are comfortable for a pillow.
So is my backpack.
I mean, it's up to you.
You got a pillow?
Yeah.
Oh.
I got my backpack.
Okay. Well, I'm probably gonna use both then.
Okay.
I have some more padding on my head. Look up at the clouds. DC is beautiful, but there's also just so much symbolism. You know, I do not enjoy all the symbolism. Here, let me show you. This is why I see. But yeah, I could not. I can only imagine having to sleep out here every night. I mean, earlier today, guys, I was sweating hot. Like, I don't know if anyone saw, I dumped a water bottle on my head. You know, now I'm a little chilly. I'm super chilly right now. Look, there's no sleeping in your cars, but you could sleep on a park bench apparently, or lay down on one. Just don't sleep in your car. They'll arrest you and tow your shit. Oh no, not my hat. Where's my hat? Alright, I'll be fine for a minute. No, I have a car. I just don't bring it to DC. So inconvenient bringing a car to DC. Very inconvenient. Unless you're made of money. But otherwise, you should not bring your car to DC. If you guys come to DC, take the metro. Park your car in Virginia, take the metro. Park your car in Maryland, take the metro. Oh yeah, we'll be fine. Thank you, Billy. I know all too well about the chemical attacks. I had to smell that crap for over a week. I sent my buddy Dustin to the hospital. Felony charges are being pressed or pursued. Music is coming from in there. That is David's tent. They're doing some gospel music. The devil is very real. The elite politicians seriously sacrifice things to the devil in return for power, information, and technology. Once you realize this, it will change everything. I'm still trying to comprehend all that, John. Oh, his dog's perfectly fine. His dog's better than he is. When they got back from the hospital, because Dustin always gives his dog a hard time. It says, "Want to go to the vet? Want to go to the vet?" And the dog's like, "Arr." So when him and his dog got back, I'm like, "Did you take Daddy to the vet?" His dog is fine. Nothing's wrong with his dog. Thank the Lord, nothing's wrong with his dog. His dog did get hit with a chemical that was never identified, but yeah. Don't listen to that, it's contagious. John, don't let them push you to say something you're too uncomfortable to say. I know you're stronger than that. What is Sal still doing here? I was leaving, but John, tell us what you didn't want to tell us. Don't do that, John. John said, I can't tell you everything there is to know, but if I said it publicly, 50% would think I'm crazy. And that's probably true. Most people would think you're crazy because most people are crazy themselves. Yeah, Buffalo Man's not a good person. Buffalo Man 11 or Buffalo Men 11. I think it's Buffalo Man 11. I've never really met him. I think he's a live streamer. I'm not sure. I think he is. But he's not a good hand. I really think he works very closely with them. That's like the crazy people. I definitely have some words to say. Buffalo Man, he definitely needs to keep my name out of his mouth. There is power in the name of Jesus. Demons flee in the name of Jesus. I rebuke you, Satan. I rebuke you, Satan. Praise the Lord. And I don't know. I pray they do find out something, because there's cameras at every intersection. They should be able to trace the cameras right back to his car, to where he started out from, where he went. Even if he went in an alley and changed his shirt, like, he would need 100 people waiting in the alley so he could try. All the facial recognition stuff. There's no hiding. So the fact that I haven't heard news that he's caught is pretty upset. And he might have been caught, whoever did it. But I feel like Dustin would have told me, like, yeah, he got caught. Don't listen to that. Yeah, it's not exactly he talks bad about people. He just opened his mouth to the enemy. Okay, him and his wife are probably really beautiful people. I don't want to talk trash about him. But what he did the other night was not beautiful, and I have some words for him. And he should keep my name out of his mouth, especially when I had nothing to do with the situation at all. And he used my name on camera. He's not a good person. He made a mistake, and I don't like his sin. You know, I have nothing against him, but his sin was bad. Hey, you awake?
Yeah.
Lisa didn't want to go with him, right?
No.
Yeah, Lisa didn't want to go, guys. It's not that she got left here. She didn't. She didn't want to go with him. What did Dom say again tonight on live stream? I'm definitely not hiding in a bush. Let me show you. This is my living situation for the night. Backpack pillow. We got a newspaper sheet. And we're on the National Mall where you're not supposed to be sleeping. And we're sleeping. Nah, I went to go drain the main vein, and about 100 yards away I hear some commotion. I didn't even know where their campsite was, and turns out it was the Crazies campsite, and Rail made a bunch of commotion there because he stumbled into their campsite. By the time I got there, I already walked around their whole camp. They didn't even see me walk around the road on the outside of their camp spot that they rented. So I followed the road around looking for Rel because he was supposed to be beside me, but we got separated when I went to use the restroom, and I didn't meet up with Rel again until he was back at camp. In the video, I was getting chased down by some flashlights. I wasn't really getting chased. I could see the flashlights running down the hill. So for like 4 or 5 seconds, I like stood behind a tree. Then instantly they're like, "He's hiding behind a tree," and I'm standing in the middle of the road and wide open. So I instantly move and I go and look for Rel. Ever since then, trolls have been like, "Are you the one who was in the bush with the tree? He was talking about you and Rel." Yeah, dude. I'm going to say this now to my chat. When one of the first experiences I had with Dom, he pulled me in his car. He didn't pull me. He offered me in his car so we could smoke some pot. And then when he got in there, he's like, "Hey, I see you have eyes on Emily." And I'm like, "Who the hell is Emily?" You know, I'm not good with names. And then she happens to walk by. He's like, "That girl right there." I'm like, "Okay. Where are we going with this?" And he's like, "Well, I've seen you and Dustin have eyes for her." And I'm like, I mean, she's a beautiful girl, but you know, beauty's just on the outside. I'm worried about what's on the inside. You know, kind of threw him off there. And I'm like, I'm not chasing nobody. Like, I'm not trying to chase her. Hopefully no one's going to chase me. You know, it's all going to be good. And he's like, "Well, good, you know, because she's mine. She's all mine." I'm just like, oh. Like, dude, where's your head right now? And then he had me do this thing where he's like, "You got to put your hand on the Bible. And then you got to gonna flip through the pages because somehow God works through me. I don't know. I can't remember what he said. It was some total, I call it voodoo stuff. You know, it's not voodoo, but it's definitely not. It's not anything I've read in the Bible. You know, the Bible doesn't say some men have the power to pull your Bible verse out of the Bible. Like, it was so demonic. It was like a demonic ritual. It was not a ritual in God at all. And I've told a few people, and some people just blow it off. But yeah, Dom was not very kind. I mean, he's a really good person. He has his heart in the right place. But he definitely needs to talk with God more about his voodoo Bible stuff and about his obsession with women. Because I am not obsessed with women. I'm not obsessed with men either, you know. I'm obsessed with my own well-being and others around me. And another thing I didn't like, whenever the demons would show up, the crazy people, he'd start dancing and waving the flag around. I understand that's patriotic. I'm like, but you know, we're giving them attention. When people come and scream at us and we start dancing or waving a flag all around them, we're feeding them energy. And I kept trying to explain to him, don't feed the demons. Do not feed the demons. He's like, no, I'm not feeding them. They're feeding me. I'm like, so you guys are freaking toxically feeding off of each other's energy. Meanwhile, you're feeding a demon. Like, stop. And, you know, it's hard to tell adults what to do. Because we're all adults here. That is the Hirshhorn Museum. The reason it's lit up is because it's surrounded by scaffolding. So each of those rows of lights is a row of scaffolding. It just turned on not too long ago. And on the outside of the scaffolding, they have this like this tarp with a picture of different women peeking out from behind a curtain. It's very creepy. I mean, I should even be on, like, I think it's Anarchy Princess's video somewhere, because she was the one calling me out, and you will see me behind a tree, a massive oak tree, standing on the road, hiding from their flashlights, thinking they're going to come down and try and beat me or something. And I notice it's just Anarchy, whatever her name is. I don't know, she's definitely no princess. But, it's chilly, guys. I couldn't imagine doing this all the time. I think the closest I've ever been to this situation, I was at a music festival in West Virginia, and my father's friend's girlfriend wouldn't give me the keys to the car because she was like a crackhead. So there in the car was my blanket and, you know, all my bedding stuff. I had my tent set up. There was nothing in my tent. No sleeping bag, no blanket, nothing. And it was that night, it got down to like 36 degrees. And I had to sit in a tent. I had my clothes. I had all my clothes. So I put on every piece of clothing I owned that I brought with me. I literally had like 5 pairs of socks on. Like, I put all my underwear. I put all the clothes on I could. I was still freezing all night long. That was the first time I've ever felt homeless. Yeah, you're not missing anything not coming to DC. I'll show you guys DC. If you guys do, definitely come here to support some freedom rallies that we have, guys. You know, different movements that come through. They definitely, every movement that comes through needs support from good Christian people. That's a good explanation, John. That's what I got out of it. Chilly, bro. Are you sleeping? Man, he's sleeping. I wish I could sleep in this. Whew. I think I have another shirt in my bag and it might be dry. Let me check. Ah. Oh. 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 Is it only 73 right now? Dude, I feel like it's like, I know it's probably, definitely has to only be 73. But my clothes are soaking wet still, guys, from the rainstorm earlier. Like my underwear are wet, my socks are wet. My shirts are just starting to barely dry. My shirt is starting to dry. Once it rained, we didn't see no, never really had a chance to like really warm up, dry off. Oops. God, a hot shower. That sounds good right now. A hot shower. You know, like experiences like this make me feel very blessed when I go back to my reality and realize how blessed I really am with what I have. And even though I feel like sometimes it's not a lot, it's actually a whole lot. Here, I'm gonna put on this second shirt real quick, guys. Oh, I wish I could have coffee, but it's 1:30 here. I mean, I've had jobs where I'd have start drinking coffee at 1:30 in the morning, you know, because work started at like 2:30 or 3, you know, it's very well. I'm gonna put the camera down for a moment. I gotta put the second shirt on. Whew. Chilly, chilly, chilly. It's a little wet, but it's a second layer. Can't be that bad. I hope my book didn't get wet at all. I probably got a little wet, but it should be fine. Oh. See, I think it's the feet that make me the coldest. All right. Portland. Hello, Portland. Hello, everybody. Is it 4:30 already? Yeah, it's 4:30. I only got one more hour before the metro opens. Ooh, it is cold, guys. Oh, man. Oh. Definitely gonna sleep most of the day tomorrow. And Hopefully it'll be a beautiful day tomorrow. I think it is. I think John gave me the weather update, and it's gonna be really nice. I just need at least 4 hours to sleep, and I can't sleep and live stream. Otherwise, I probably would have been able to fall asleep a little bit, but I would have woke up freezing my ass off. What's up, Jacksonville? Are you going to sleep hour there and out there tonight? I'm here with my buddy. He's sleeping right now. I cannot sleep and live stream, as I just said. And ooh, 132 here in California. Yeah, I can't sleep and run a live stream. I don't even have my tripod right now. I'm cold. I got goosebumps. It's because it's breezy and I'm wet. And there's no sun. Ooh. But you know what? People gotta do this every day. You know, I know someone I went to high school with. I mean, he's been homeless for 8 years. Yeah, I remember that. I didn't think I was snoring though. Everyone told me I didn't snore. I do snore, but I didn't think I snored that night because I was sitting upright in the car. I probably was. I don't doubt it. I was tired. I desperately need a shower right now, guys. Super hot shower. You guys, I'll zoom in for you, show you guys where the metro is if I can find it. There it is. Right there. That's my metro station. I do not live in Washington, D.C., but I do live in a suburb close by. It's about a 40-minute train ride. Yeah, I remember the SWAT or the switch. It was called a switch, and sometimes I barely remember because my mom corrected me at a very young age, so I barely remember the switch. But I remember more stories than I remember actually physically the switch being used, you know. And you had to go find a freaking branch from a tree. I mean, we were in Arizona, so there's little tiny thin branches, and you think, okay, I'm gonna get the smallest one, it's gonna hurt less. Nah, that smallest one be hurting the worst, be whipping the hardest. You ain't got no trains in the mountains. I know you ain't got no metro system, but you gotta have Amtrak's within 100 miles somewhere. Maybe. Twisted Silver by Design. Are you like, do you make pendants? Yeah, I'm not homeless. I am here with a friend who has been homeless here in DC for 5 months by choice. And he was letting me experience and create this live stream. Thanks to Mike here, who's now sleeping.
thanks to him, this live stream was possible, because I couldn't have done this by myself. There's no way in heck I would have done this by myself. And he does it by himself every night. So God bless him. That is awesome, Twisted Silver by Design. You ever go to any music festivals? Yes, I'd really appreciate any cash at all. Right now, I think I'm down to $4 right now. Again, someone did donate they donated $20 earlier today in the rain, and I was able to have a very good dinner, and I really appreciate it. I think it's Mirandith was the lady who donated to me. Why don't you go home? You're gonna get sick sleeping in wet clothes. Then it will turn into monkeypox. Laugh out loud. There's really nothing funny about that, and people are doing, like, I literally walked by like dozens and dozens and dozens of people doing the exact same thing I'm doing right now. Are they all gonna get monkeypox? Are we all gonna laugh out loud at them? I'm not. What state are you out of, Twisted? Wait, tell these people how much money I have made or have not made. So I'm still hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars short on my million. But ultimately, I've received $65 in 2 weeks in donations through Cash App. And right now, Cash App is the only way you can donate. I do have a Give, Send, Go set up, but that is strictly for legal costs and possible medical costs. That is with this current assault case that I am pushing forward. I hear trains underground. That's a good thing. Yeah, Billy, that's the same way. Like, I'm exhausted. I've been yawning all night. I feel that my buddy Mike here, he's really comfortable, me being here all night because he's able to get some sleep. And I really don't want to leave him here in an hour. Who assaulted me? His name is Steven Parleto. You can Google him. Here, let me type his name out so anyone can do a Google search that wants to see who the man is who assaulted me, and then you guys can figure out whether you think he's a good man or not from his Google, because he is put on a pedestal. Google puts this man on a pedestal like he's something special. And he's an old white man. Not that that makes a difference. But his name will be here right there. Steven Parleto. He is the man who assaulted me on the building to the right of the Capitol. Across the street from the Capitol, to the right of it, there's a building where they do the January 6th committee hearing. And I was out there with Captain Matthew, among other patriots and citizen journalists. And we had some questions for Michael Fanone. Michael Fanone is an alleged DC police officer. I have yet to confirm that he's actually a police officer for DC. And when we questioned him, yes, he is the one with the poster.
Granny Sue. I am not able to check my Cash App while I'm live. There's really no, I don't have a second phone. I don't want a second phone. But I will take your word, Granny Sue. I really, really appreciate anything you've given me. I believe that I doubt you're. I highly doubt you're a troll, getting my hopes up for nothing. And I really appreciate all my viewers. I appreciate all my subscribers. I really appreciate my what do you call it? My mods. My mods are great. All of you guys, especially John, man. You're number one. You've been with me from, was it day one? I think you were with me from day one, John. But once again, thank you so much, Granny Sue. What does the hammer mean? Granny Sue, do you know? Awesome, John. You were day one. What does the hammer mean after your name? Oh yeah, no, I made the Washington Post. I made the Hill. Every Google January 6th, Google hecklers at January 6th committee hearing, and because I was asking Fanon a couple questions, my friend had much more serious questions to ask because she was more informed about what was going on, and it was pretty crazy how everything turned out. We asked a few questions. As he went to his vehicle, he approached his vehicle. He was feet away, and he decides to make a U-turn on the sidewalk. And in the process of that U-turn, he walks back to the building, and then I get assaulted by Stephen Parleto, who I thought was a cop, because who else is going to... Yes, I was with Corinne. I was also with another younger man who's from Mexico, and he's very patriotic. Captain Matthew was on top of the hill with his sound system. Thank you so much, Granny Sue. I'm sure I got it. I know you're not a troll. I am really curious though, what is that hammer? Why do you have a hammer after your name? You guys gotta fill me in. I'm new here. Like, I don't know what the hammer. I learned about the hammer once, but I've forgotten. From what I understand, you like get a hammer if you like donate to the channel or something. And it really means the world to me. And like I could really, like $20 a day is no issue for me. That's $20 more than I was gonna have. Yeah, it's gonna go a long way. Yeah, Guy Bassett, I see the hammers, but how do you put a hammer by your name? I thought you had to like, I don't know.
Okay. I got you. Thank you, Granny Sue. Yanni Yanni. Good night, microchip. Read above. Yeah, I read it, Granny. No, it's live music. I would go in and show you guys in the tent, but they do not welcome video recordings at all. Otherwise, I would have been sitting in there most of the night recording that. Beautiful praises, but they don't allow for it. I know, Billy. Where are the police sirens or fire trucks? Like, Southeast is just beyond over there. I haven't heard no fire trucks. No, the last time I heard a siren was at the jail. Someone got taken out of the jail, probably from a fight or anything, you know, whatever goes on in there. And I haven't heard any sirens or anything. It's a freak show out here. I mean, it's good. It's a peaceful night, praise God, but this is DC. This isn't normal. Oh, I saw your comment above, Granny Sue. I'll even read it. It says, it's a joke because I don't like trolls. And I said that mods need to put the hammer down. I like it. Now, there's prisons in Arizona where they're paying the prisoners like they get to go to work, you know, so like everyone wants to get out of the cell and go to work. But they pay these prisoners 12 cents an hour. If you're lucky, you might get like a quarter an hour. And some of that money gets taken by the jail because you have to pay to be imprisoned, even though they get paid by the federal government. And then the other part of the money you get to spend on honey buns and cookies and stuff like that, you know? Like, you're literally working for snack items. You're like doing hard labor for snack items. That's a good point, John. I didn't know that. Praise Yeshua. Praise God. Praise Jesus. We need the Holy Spirit, guys. We need the Holy Spirit everywhere. Oh, don't listen to that, guys. It's contagious. Good night. God bless you. Thank you so much for helping out, Sue. It's literally $1 million to me. It's you made my whole day. Yeah, and Billy, I bet you they only get paid pennies on the dollar. Literally pennies on the dollar. My little newspaper blanket over my legs. It's actually helping a little bit. I feel like if they allowed more live streamers and recordings, and if they gave out water and snacks here at David's tent, it wouldn't sit empty all night long. Like even throughout the day. You know, this is a beautiful place, but if they had more public interaction through cameras and water and snacks, you know, like it'd be more populated, but I don't feel the Holy Spirit here, guys. You know, I haven't. Doesn't mean it's not here. It doesn't mean it's not here at all. Just means I haven't been to a service in David's tent. But when it's not in service, I don't feel the Holy Spirit. And that's very important. I know, isn't that sad that you're happy with just being out of a room? You don't care if you're doing hard labor for pennies on the dollar. You're just thrilled to be free. I mean, they know what they're doing. They're using these people for cheap labor, cheap state labor. They'll pick up trash on the side of the highways. In back then, you know, back in the day, from some of the movies we see, you know, they'll have them building roads. You know, like straight hard slave labor in Texas. Thank you so much, PJ. No, I believe that, but I tend to vibrate more when there's other people around me that have the Ruach HaKodesh. You know, when there's other people around me that have that, I just start vibrating off of them. And it's hard for me to explain. It's not a physical vibration. I don't start shaking. You know, it's just that I get this feeling of comfort. Hello, Trucker Craig. Thanks for joining us. Oh wow. Look at the newspaper, this is odd. Play examines bizarre aspect of Nazi life at Auschwitz.
Probably doing this play to show what's going on right now. Angry octopus. I am pretty sure Corinne made it somewhere safe. That building there is the Hirshhorn Museum. It is a free museum. It's not considered modern art. It's considered current art. And very abstract current art. It's more of like the abstract art museum. Very interesting. Right now it's under construction, so you'll see this weird veil over the top of it, but it's still open. There's an installment downstairs. It's like infinity rooms. And they're like mirrors on all sides of the room, so it just looks like it goes on for infinity. It's pretty cool. Like there's some cool installations there right now. I'd say like over 50% is like empty right now because they are working on putting new installations in there. The lights you see all the way around are actually scaffolding, and then on the outside of the scaffolding they put the curtain up, I guess to make the building look better. It's a great idea. Terrible graphics they put around there. Like just really creepy women creeping through the veil. You know, it's just really weird stuff. But the museum has really weird stuff inside too, and there's one with these red flags. They straight up look like communist silk red flags, like just really, and they all kind of go in sync with each other to a it's just this really heavy bass, just, and this is the creepiest thing ever. I brought a few friends in there and they just couldn't handle it. When I first went in there too, like I couldn't handle it. I'm like, this is like super demonic, like this is something else. And but it's an experience, you know. It didn't change me, it didn't hex me, nothing like that, but it just screams communism. Like something about one of those installations in there just screams communism. You are going to be tired today, but I have to get ready to go to my hospital about 7 to visit my mom and talk to her doctor. She has pneumonia. Everyone pray for Billy's mom, that she gets the treatment that she needs and that they don't try to do anything else, and I'm sure she's gonna be fine. Thank you guys for supporting Billy and his mother. It's the humidity. When I first moved to Virginia from Arizona, I was 11 years old, and for all of those 11 years I lived in the desert in Arizona around Phoenix. And when I first moved to Virginia, within 2 weeks, I started to develop the beginning stages of pneumonia. They took x-rays and they said, I was days away from having full-blown pneumonia. And it's from all the humidity in the air. My body wasn't able to take all the extra humidity in the air. I'm used to a 5% humidity tops, and that's like right after it rains. Like no humidity. So when you actually get some humidity, my lungs couldn't take that 60-70% humidity that we get sometimes here, and I started to get pneumonia in the summertime as a young man.
No, I am not homeless now. I have a home about a 40-minute train ride away. I will be getting on that train in about 25 minutes. So I will be ending the stream at 5:30, guys. I will be going home to take a shower, get a little bit of sleep and nap, and then I'll be back out here to support Mickey, Ashley Babbitt's mother. And it's not really to support her as much as it is to support the people wrongfully imprisoned. And some of them did the crime. They deserve the time. But not 500 plus days without even having a trial. Like, you know what's more scary than being in jail? Being in jail and not knowing when you're coming out. That's terrifying. At least if you have, they tell you, oh, 5 years, you know you can at least start counting down 5 years. But if you're in there for over a year and a half and you don't even know what's going on, that is scary. That is way worse than getting 20 years, is not knowing what's going on. That is not right. That is not how our Constitution lays out what we're supposed to do. But the reason they're able to get away with this is because we are under martial law. Believe it or not, we are under martial law, 100%. But yes, I am not homeless, Lisa. Thank you very much for your concern. Yes, Billy, exactly. Mental torture, exactly. And that's what it is. It's agonizing. It's like, just tell me I have 20 years. Just tell me I have 5 years. Tell me I have 4 months. Let me know what's going on. If you don't know what's going on, it is a really freaky situation, guys. You awake, homeboy? Me neither, Lisa. I did not enjoy that one bit, and it's kind of hard to get pushed out of something you were never a part of. I think that's part of the reason they didn't like me, is because I would not fully succumb to their group. One of the reasons I won't join any group is because if somebody within the group, especially the leader, decides to do something really crazy, I could get in trouble for the same reason. Like, they could do something off the wall, like 10 of them could run through the Capitol building, or throw Molotov cocktails at it or something, and now I'm going to get the same label that they got. I'm going to be guilty by association. So it's always best just to be an individual. Like, we can all show up as a group of individuals, and that'll keep people safe from being thrown in the pot with a few bad apples. So definitely stay out of groups, Support them. Don't join them. We don't. Groups are just going to divide us more and separate us more. They don't. Clearly, it separates us more. Just look back at some of my channel, look back at some other people's channel, and you will see how a group setting like this didn't bring 500 people out here. I was promised over 2 different weekends there's 500 people showing up. I was excited. I'm like, man, where are we going to find parking? I was telling them we're going to have to get a shuttle bus. We're going to have to park people at the other end of the mall. We're going to have to hire a shuttle bus to bring people back, because we're going to have a lot of older people probably showing up. And I was bringing that to everyone's attention. Everyone's like, yeah, whatever. And then sure enough, no one shows up. It was terrible, man. I've been waiting for this movement, to reach DC since TPC. I was sitting at home waiting and waiting and waiting. I even joined one of their convoys at one point and around DC. I didn't go all the way around the Beltway, but I went from Virginia into Maryland for a few miles, turned around, went home. It was really amazing, going like 20 miles per hour on the Beltway, honking the horns. It was an awesome, awesome thing. But now, you know, they never came to DC. They kept getting their exits blocked. Some of them made it in, you know, but like there was the main plan was to come in and occupy DC. That never happened. That was very disappointing. Next thing I heard, they're going to California. I stopped following Oreo. I stopped following Taco Joe. I definitely stopped following Saznak because it was very depressing for me to see the movement, or I should say the convoy, just up and leave like that. Think of all those funds, you know, that all the money that was donated. I'm not saying they stole no money. They spent a lot of money. All that money that was spent for what? So we could have a 76 spinoff? I mean, that's basically the only thing that has come of TPC. The only halfway positive thing I feel that has come out of TPC is this crazy 76 spinoff. Because they made it into Washington, D.C. TPC didn't make it into DC. TPC was scared of DC. TPC went home with their tails tucked, and that's how I feel about that. Yes, Lisa, it will. Fully agreed, John. If someone has, there's a funny thought. I love this thought. Someone has their mailing address at like Bunker Hill or one, someone mail them some Kool-Aid packets. They'll get a kick out of it. Because we were out here eating watermelon, really good food. I don't know who does the cooking for them, but they were serving some really good food. Watermelon, waters, Gatorades, body, I mean, you name it. And no one ever brought us a pitcher of Kool-Aid. All this Kool-Aid talk, and I never got to drink none. No Kool-Aid. You know how many years it's been since I had a good glass of Kool-Aid? Now, has anyone as a child ever tried to eat the Kool-Aid? Open up a packet and you think it's gonna candy? Anyone ever tried that, or was that just me? Has anyone ever tried to eat the Kool-Aid? No, I didn't ever made it to the Freedom Convoy. I never made it to TPC. My mom made it to TPC for one night. Yeah, there's definitely some name tarnishing going around. It's definitely like well orchestrated. Not even well orchestrated, it's terribly orchestrated. Weird, I never heard drums in the church. Or I never been to a church that had like a drums like that. It's different. When I hear drums like that, I think more like music festival, hippies. I don't really feel God's presence with the drums. Just me. I love drums though. Oh, I can't wait to get some breakfast this morning, maybe. Maybe. Actually, I got eggs in the fridge. I'll make an egg. That way I can have lunch tomorrow. Yeah, dude. I want to take this time right now to thank the Washington Post for keeping my legs warm. There is a use for the Washington Post other than creepy, like, satanic art and stuff, you know. Totally creepy. Exhibit recasts women's trauma from Ukraine war. Okay. We're not going to start with Ukraine. Yeah, isn't that funny how they all started leaving one by one? You know what that reminds me of? You have a bunch of friends that go out to a restaurant to dine and dash. So they go in there, everyone eats, they're all fat and happy, you know, the time's coming, they're getting nervous. So they're like, man, we gotta do this, you know. So you got like 6, 7 friends with you. Or more, maybe you got 12 friends with you. Big bill, you guys, it's $1,000 bill. Big bill. So do you and your friends all get up and leave at once? No, you guys don't all get up and leave at once. That's too obvious. 2 or 3 people get up at a time and leave one at a time. On their own, they go their own direction. You know, they can't stop us all type thing. Yeah. So that's how I kind of feel about that. Yeah, don't ever try to eat the Kool-Aid out the Kool-Aid packet. I did that when I was like 4 years old, not realizing you have to put like 6 cups of sugar in a pitcher or something like that. I was thinking like all the Kool-Aid came from the Kool-Aid packet, and that is not the truth. So yeah, ew, Kool-Aid. Hey John, I have a question for you. I started the Discord. Is Discord kind of like a is it kind of like a chat room without a video that I don't have to moderate, or how's that work? I mean, I just got done detoxing from Facebook for like 2 years now. I had a complete detox from Facebook. It was getting toxic. Okay, so I will be eventually announcing my Discord. So whenever my live streams do end and you guys want to continue the chat, especially late night like this when there's not other streams you guys can join, I will have a Discord up. I do have the Discord up. I just need to make sure it's all ready to go. You can do a lot. You need moderator though, because you don't have time to supervise. Okay. We can definitely make that happen. So I already got the account set up in my channel's name. And I have a link. I just need to share it. And I'll talk to you more, John. We'll be able to figure it out. I'm real tired right now. I'm not going to remember anything. I can't use my phone right now because I'm live streaming. Can somebody verify that the metro opens at 5:30 in the morning? That's Eastern Standard Time, and that's the metro in Washington, D.C. No, not me. He was talking about my new Discord. He says that it needs moderation. I know nothing about Discord, so I'm learning. No, I just started a Instagram. I'm gonna start Twitter. I'm gonna start them all, guys. It's just a lot of work. It's really easy to do, to start all this, but then, you know, it's like building a house is really easy, but then you gotta, all the small features you gotta do, all the details can become expensive and a pain in the butt. And in my case, it won't be expensive, it's just gonna be a pain in the butt. Metro opens at 5. Booyah. Alright, guys, let's walk to the train. Something. Cover my buddy a little bit. Hey, call me tomorrow, boss. I'll call you. And this is Mikey. He wouldn't mind me doing this, but I'm gonna show you what he's got to go through sometimes. I just kind of put a newspaper over his feet because he's wearing flip-flops. Maybe we can set up a GoFundMe for my buddy Mike here, because he's a good guy. He doesn't do any drugs. The only drug he does is nicotine. He doesn't drink. He's very close to God. He's a good soul. I actually brought him, I had a friend who's been homeless for 7 years. I went to high school with him. He's got some sort of mental condition or demon that's keeping him on the streets. And when I brought Mike to him, just randomly, I happened to see this guy, and Mike was in the car with me in Virginia, near where I live. And we prayed over him, prayed for him, and he preached him a little bit. And yeah, anything helps. Whew, it's chilly, guys. My underwear are still wet, but everything else is drying up a little bit. What we got? I know a couple of you. Thank you, John, for being professional throughout the beginning. I could not ask for a better moderator. That is 100% facts. John, you are great. And when the day comes that I can repay anyone, you are on my list, John, 100%. I know you don't want nothing from me. I mean, I don't know that. I'm assuming you don't want anything from me. But when my day comes, so is yours. Oh, it's chilly, guys. I hope they don't have the air conditioner on in the train. People are waking up, going to work now. Go home, go to sleep for a few hours. Well, first I'm gonna take a hot shower, make me an egg, take me a nap, wake up, and we're gonna do this all over again, guys. If you guys are available to do it, I'm gonna do it. But I'm probably not gonna spend the night in DC again. I will someday, maybe someday soon, but not tomorrow. At least that I'm aware of. Is not in the plan. But this wasn't in the plan either, so like you never know what's gonna happen. Some of the best things are not planned. Plans sometimes get in the way of really good things. Just like joining a group can get in the way of really good things. An example of that, a really good example. I used to be lost in the sauce. I used to go to music festivals a lot. And the best time I've ever had at a music festival wasn't with a big group of friends. It was when I went all alone and I didn't know anybody. I went there not knowing anybody. I didn't have any friends I went there with. I came back with so many friends. I got to do what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. If I wanted to walk to one of the stages, I didn't have to wait 5-10 minutes for someone to go in the beer line or for someone to use the porta potty. I just did what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. At first it was very intimidating, it's like there's no one with me, it's just me. And then I realized there's so much freedom being, what's the word I'm thinking of, being by yourself, taking care of yourself, independent. The freedom I felt with the independence, some of the most free I've ever felt in my life was at a music festival. The least free I've ever felt was in jail for a week for charges that were dropped. But the second least free I would say I've ever felt was in school. The third less free I've ever felt, I would say when I was around the 76 and they wouldn't let me film at certain times of the day. On this property, mind you, where freedom of speech is, heavily induced in this area. But I couldn't record, I couldn't use my camera at certain hours. And then even when I obeyed by their illegal rules, I still got bitched at. Just not me. Excuse my language again, guys. There's strong feelings here. If I would have gotten an apology weeks ago, this would not be the conversation I'm having. This is an ongoing issue that many of you have witnessed through many different channels. And every day I learn something new that I don't like. But you don't hear me spraying it on here. There's a lot of stuff I could spray right now, but I'm not. Yes, I know at first Santa did say for our safety it would be awesome if there was a live streamer on duty at all parts of the night so we could take shifts live streaming throughout the night. Joe immediately, first responder, said, I get first shift, the day shift, because he's got to go home at night and take care of stuff. So Joe immediately says he gets day shift, and so all the other streamers taking different shifts. Then who is the old security guy? I can't remember his name. Raptor brought it to Santa's attention that is a security breach. So Santa first came up with a great idea that we should film at all times live what is going on, and that will keep the enemy at bay. Very, very true statements, as proven at the campground right now. But Raptor, his security general, said that's a security breach. Then Mr. Security Breach had a calling to the military of sorts, is what I was told. And everyone just kind of made up their own rules based off of that. And so when it was brought to Santa's attention, I was live streaming or something like that during the day. I was brought to Santa, and Santa says, oh, whatever my security team says, that's how it goes. You know, it doesn't matter anything else. What security says goes. End of story. You know, even if I showed Santa proof that they were way in the wrong, Santa gave ultimate authority. This was a big mistake of his. He gave ultimate authority to his security. And this is the downfall of this group, is a security team that's barely even needed. And not everyone from a security, not even Raptor or anything, just certain people who are low on the totem pole in the security have ruined this movement out of paranoia and lack of faith. Once again, very important, lack of faith was the big problem. Even to this day, there's a lot of members, I believe, even including Santa, that are lacking a lot of faith. He said to stop live streaming because it was a security breach. He said that Raptor brought it to his attention that it was a breach of security, even though there's like a 30-second to a minute delay or longer. He says, or he believed Raptor. He didn't. He just like does whatever he's told. Like, he's a big pushover, and I hate that about him. A leader should stand his ground. A leader should, in the end, get, like, word from the group. You don't have to exactly take a vote, but just figure out what's going on before you open your mouth and do something that's going to affect the entire movement. Yes, Julie, that's right. I think people are kind of getting over themselves now because they see that I'm still in DC doing what I'm doing, like I said I was going to do, and I'm not going to follow them around to campground like the fucking weirdos do. Excuse my language again, it's late night, I'm tired. But those weirdos are literally following this group state to state and getting away with it somehow because they're sneaky and they work with lawyers. But it's pretty sickening. Well, Raptor has a court case coming up? What's that about? I always get in the very first car. That's my car. Every time. 19 out of 20 conductors or operators or whatever they like to call themselves do not have an issue with me playing music or recording. And this guy had a big issue with my music because it was politically influenced. And then when I tried to film, and I did film, him throwing a big fit, he tried to tell me that was against the rules too. Yeah, so I've made $85 total in 3 weeks through donations, and I'm very thankful for all of it. But I know I'm not going to name any names, but I do know someone who started a channel around the same time. He did go through some trauma, and he has over $2,000 in his Cash App. And more recently, that money was supposed to go to something, but now he got that item for free, mostly. And so, you know, I'm not gonna beg for money constantly. I'm not gonna pity party. But anything helps. Thank you so much, Granny Sue. When I end the live stream, I will be able to see that and confirm it. I will send you a heart, because I can't send you a message on Cash App. I can either send you a heart. Hold on a second. I will set hey Candy, out of curiosity, what would be easier for you? Because what's easier for you is probably going to be easier for a lot of other people. Cash App is the application that you do have to, you have to go to the Play Store, like similar how you would download a game on your phone. You download Cash App, and very simple, it'll walk you right through the process. It's a very simple process. The hardest part would be finding the Play Store, or if you're Apple, I think they call theirs the App Store, I'm not sure. You just download Cash App. But what would be an easier way for you, Candy? Just out of curiosity, what would be your suggested way to receive donations or give donations? And I really want to say thank you to Granny. I hope you stick around, Granny. I hope everybody here who has enjoyed the content, the surprise content tonight, please remember, most important thing you guys can do for me is to subscribe. Subscribing does help to make sure my channel does not get shadow banned at all. I do have some people telling me that they are not getting notified even though they have pressed the bell and done everything they're supposed to do. They're still sometimes not being notified. Glitches happen. It could be a glitch. But with the content I'm bringing you guys, glitch, I don't know. I've heard other stories where it wasn't a glitch at all. PayPal, okay. I will set up a PayPal eventually. I have so much work to do on the internet. Hey.
Step back to allow customers to exit. When boarding, please move to the center of the car.
Good morning. Federal train.
Step back towards closing.
But anything else, guys, even a couple dollars, it's amazing. Yeah, I really appreciate anything you guys are willing to spare with. It will go to good. I'm not just going to disappear. I'm not going to leave DC. I'm staying here. I do have a Give, Send, Go, but it's strictly right now. The only campaign I have is for medical bills and attorney costs. I'm a lot warmer now. As soon as I got in the station, it's a lot warmer. I think I have about a 30-35 minute ride home. Right now we're in a tunnel, so there ain't too much to see out the window. And then the tunnels here in DC are really deep because it's a swamp. And they had to go really deep to find solid ground as a foundation for the tunnel.
Next to the train will be moved, but please stay clear.
I'd say they probably go about 60 miles an hour. They probably go faster, but I've only seen one going like 60 on a straightaway. this train actually goes underneath the Potomac River and then pops back up on the Virginia side. So I think the next stop is Foggy Bottom, and then after Foggy Bottom, okay, it's Fairground West, and then it might be Foggy Bottom. And at Foggy Bottom, it goes under the Potomac River, and my ears pop every time. This particular tunnel, I have no. Let me see. I mean, it's easily a 15-mile tunnel. It starts at Ronald Reagan Airport, is where it goes underneath the ground, and then it pops back up in Maryland somewhere. So it's basically from one side of DC to the other, at a few miles. Thank you, Granny Sue, for coming and talking with us. We appreciate you, all your love and all your prayers, all your kind words.
Step back towards closing.
Very true, John, but I have no fear at all. Especially when it comes to their nonsense. I mean, there's enough tunnels, but these tunnels are not sealed at all. If there's a nuclear attack, like, especially if there's a nuclear attack in DC, these tunnels will be melted. Instantly vaporized. But it's a good thought. I had a similar thought before because we're in DC. And this station here is Foggy Bottom, George Washington University. And now we're about to go under the Potomac River. We're in DC now. We're going to go under the Potomac River and we will pop out on the Virginia side, but we're still going to be in a tunnel until we get to Ronald Reagan Airport, and then we come out of the tunnel and we stay out of a tunnel until we get to the end of the line. Yeah, but a lot of these, like, have you guys seen some of the footage of, like, what a nuclear bomb would do, or nuclear blast would do to DC? Like, the first 60 miles, or at least I think it's the first 15 miles minimum, would be completely vaporized. So most of DC would be literally, like, melted rock. Like, it would just be obliterated. Fallout shelter or not, like, fallout shelter is a joke. Thank you so much, SBT. Right now, it looks like I'm the only one on this train car. There is quite a few people on the second train car. lot of commuters. It's fine. Everyone's going to work now. I've really never been on the metro this time of day. At least not in a lot of years. You guys are like such a big blessing to me. When I first, I'm gonna tell you guys, when I first saw I'd had over like 100 viewers. I think it was actually like 200 viewers, and just all the subscribers the first week of doing this. I cried to God. I cried to God, and I said, please help me and make sure I say the right thing. I have, there's people listening to what I'm saying, and I need to make sure it's truth, and I need to make sure it's light. I need to make sure I don't want to plant the wrong seed. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure the right seed gets planted with the right people. And I cried right outside of that art museum that the 76ers were in front of. And I went up to the fountain and I had a word with God, and I cried. And it was very powerful. And I felt the Holy Spirit in that prayer, 100%.
Step back, doors closing.
Well, thank you so much, SBT22. I'm not able to see anything yet until I end the stream. You guys have been so great. I'm not going to end it yet. That is a perspective I haven't thought about in a while, John, or ever. That's a really interesting perspective and very true, because, I mean, as we know, some people have even suffered their own form of attacks, like especially with Catholic churches, as we're all aware of, and the pedophilia that goes on within the Catholic Church. Thank you so much, Billy. Yeah, everyone, I don't know if you're normally up this hour, but it's definitely time to get some sleep. I thought we were going to pass Arlington Cemetery.
Good morning, Blue Line train to Franconia, Springfield, your next station, Pentagon.
SBT, though, if you are new to YouTube and new to this channel, please make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't lose track of this channel. They will try to shadow ban me from you guys. They will try to make it harder for you to find me, so please make sure to subscribe. Hit the notification bell and press all if you want to be notified every time I go live or I'm making new video content. Oh, I could see the sunlight. Very sorry, Lisa. That I really don't even know what to say to that. That it's not right. That was not God at all. That was definitely a demon. Thank you, Angry Octopus. Yeah, I laid on a bench for about at least an hour and a half. My buddy Mike fell asleep. I hope he's okay. He'll be alright. He's right outside of Davidson. Lisa Gill, I am the same way. We're all born knowing right from wrong, and when we see the truth that we're comfortable with, it's very easy to know the difference. This is a spiritual war. If everyone realized that we could fight the system for good. Tressa, that's so true. And that's the devil at play. That's the government, what they're trying to do. They're trying to separate us. They have separated us for years now in multiple ways.
Step back to allow customers to exit. When boarding, please move to the center of the car. Step back, doors closing.
The best part about the blue line that I ride is I am on the last stop, so I could even fall asleep on the train. I'm not going to, but I could, and I don't have to worry about missing my stop because I am the last stop. And they'll start flashing the lights and saying this is the last stop. You must exit the train. That's a great way to put it, John. He was there for broken hearts, not the church. I know, Angry Octopus. We haven't been pushed. They have been keeping us on the edge without pushing us to the edge. It's a balancing deal, a very delicate balance. But once they take away our guns, there's going to be no balance to it. They're going to come down hard as soon as they know we're not armed. Thank you, Lisa, and thank you, John.
Doors open. Step back to allow customers to exit. When boarding, please move to the center of the car.
I mean, here, you could say they've done a good job dividing us. But think about this, guys. You know they're dividing us. You know, all of us here knows what's going on, ultimately. Most of us do. Very clearly, we know what's going on. That's a start. You know, knowing what the problem is the first step to fixing a problem. You can't fix a problem if you don't know what it is. And we know what the problem is. So we've completed the hardest step, believe it or not. But as Angry Octopus was saying, it is going to take more suffering, more pushing us to the edge to get more people to stand up and get up off their couch.
Your next station, Ronald Reagan, Washington National Airport.
Alright, we're gonna come. We do pop out of the tunnel back there, but this is. There's some. I don't know how much tunnel there is total. Let's see here.
Here's the map of the metro. You got the blue line, the silver line, the orange line, the green line, the yellow line, and the red line. Crazy metro system they got going here. And there's a few meeting points. One of the big ones here. And the biggest one is Lafayette. And the second biggest one is Metro Center. And the third biggest one would be Chinatown. Oh, look at that. At least it's a overcast. It's easy to sleep in the morning when there's overcast. If the sun was blaring right now, I'd be like extra miserable. At least it's still, I don't know the correct term, it's still quiet outside. It's not, the light's not screaming at me. Airport's pretty busy. Here's the other side of the airport. We have like one little tiny tunnel we go through, or a couple. But for the most part, the rest of the trip will be outside of the tunnel. They didn't do too many tunnels in Virginia because they really didn't have to. We're not. Virginia's not as congested. Even Northern Virginia is nowhere near the congestion of DC. So I've seen on YouTube, I've seen a video that shows them destroying hundreds of pallets of baby formula. John was just talking about that, Lisa. IRS has spent $11 million over 10 years stockpiling ammunition. Trust you me, they're not just after big corp and wealthy. They'll come after we the people too, once 2A is gone. IRS too, of all the agencies that can stock up on ammunition. And the IRS is probably the scariest. And they're broke too. They want their money back. They're tired of printing all this inflation station. They want to get their money. You know, think of some of the biggest mobsters in history. They weren't busted from the DEA. They weren't busted from the local police department. They weren't busted from the FBI. They weren't busted from Homeland Security. Some of the biggest drug dealers and biggest mobsters in history were taken down by the IRS. Yeah, I try to cover my buddy Mike with a newspaper because it's actually keeping me kind of warm. And it wouldn't stay on his body, but I was able to wrap a little piece around his feet, so hopefully that'll keep him a little warm. But he didn't seem too bothered by it. I mean, he's been doing this for 5 months or longer. 5 months in DC. I know, paying farmers not to farm. I mean, that's dangerous. Food plants. You guys remember that giant Walmart warehouse? Like, I think Walmart was the first one to initiate this burning stuff, you know? Like, there was this ginormous Walmart warehouse in the Midwest somewhere. I think it could be Illinois. It wasn't the big one. It's not Bentonville. but it was a different one. I think it mainly dealt with just the online orders. So it was kind of like Walmart's Amazon warehouse, and it burned completely to the ground. I mean, all these trucks, these tractor trailers were connected to the building, and they burned to the ground. This was like almost this is over 6 months ago. Probably more like eight months ago. So over half of their funding is just going to be for enforcement. 120 some food plants have burned down this year. I mean, what's the normal average? Like 5 or 10 burned down a year, you know, as normally just from accidents, because you're dealing with a lot of machinery and electricity, natural gas, you know, depending on the food plant, you have a lot of hazardous variables. So I imagine, you know, maybe 12 a year is the average for a food processing plant to catch fire. You know, and usually when a plant catches fire, one little part of the plant catches on fire and gets put out. The whole plant never burns down, just like that big Walmart warehouse. The smoke it put off looked like a whole country was burning down. It was incredibly toxic. Incredibly toxic smoke was put in the air. Yeah.
Doors open. Step back to allow customers to exit. When boarding, please move to the center of the car. Step back to
See, and ultimately, what's really wrong with this country is greed. So let's say we give the corporations a big tax break, or just a corporation, we give them a big tax break. So they're saving all kinds of money. What do most companies do with all that saved money? They don't make new positions. They don't create new jobs. They don't help their employees. They shove that money in their pocket. But if there was less greed, we could give tax breaks. You know, we would, because it would say there was an honest company. They got a nice fat tax break. We could actually, they could use that money to increase the size of their business or company, creating more jobs, increasing the pay, increasing their health care. You know, all around they could do good with these tax breaks, but instead they stuff their pockets. And it's not right. And greed is the root of all evil. And there's no greed without money. Money, greed, it's about the same thing. And you know what? Starve me they will, because I will never give up.
Doors open. Step back to allow customers to exit. When boarding, please move to the center of the car.
Blue line. Franklin, Springfield, next station, Van Dorn Street.
Step back, doors open.
was supposed to go home and correct some settings on my YouTube channel and create some more social media platforms. And it's just so much work. I can see why, like, once people, you know, achieve their goals and all this, they have to hire somebody just to handle their social media pages. You know, some celebrities, they hire one person for the Twitter, they hire one person for the Facebook, you know, one person for the Instagram. It's crazy, man. It's a lot of work. Characteristics. I sure hope not. I hope he's good. Oh my gosh, John. We need to meet in person someday. Like, I have thought that for a long time. I'm very well aware of, you know, not who the Antichrist is. None of us are. But we do know he was going to be loved by everybody. Everyone's going to run to him for safety and, you know, I do believe ultimately we will know the difference, but I was one of my things I said from the very beginning, like, what if Trump is somehow the Antichrist? Ooh, green beans. You guys are canning. Awesome. That's real smart, Twisted. I really want to congratulate all you guys here and my mods. This has been a great chat all night long. We're gonna have to do this, you know, at least once a month, maybe once a week. Just do it all night chat because you guys have been wonderful. I bet you I can guess that one thing, John. Does it have to do with vaccinations? It's best to practice gardening now before you really need the skill, because I mean every species of plant kind of has its own, you know, its own directions that aren't listed on anything. It's kind of like, you know, that's where your green thumb clicks in, and you kind of you start to read the plant. You know, you start to listen to the plant. You start to realize what it likes, doesn't like, and when to fertilize, when not to fertilize. You know, natural fertilization versus not natural, and when, and the flush, and a lot of stuff. It's never ending. Like, you always learn something with gardening. And also, on top of that, making your own food, it's such a, like, it's an antidepressant. It really raises your spirits being in the garden. No matter what you're growing, flowers, beans, any plant you grow, you're nurturing that, and it relieves you of a lot of stress. Think about this. You guys want to argue that he was lied to also, and he claims that he didn't know any better. Think about this, guys. I'm no president of the United States. John's no president of the United States. None of us in here are presidents of any states, okay? We all know what's going on. We knew what was going on from the very start. There was nothing hush-hush about it. A lot of people were even taking signs to the streets about it. You know, like, it was a very prominent subject. So if we know what's going on, and we see right through the veil of BS, how in the hell does the president, the most powerful man in the world, not know what's going on? And I called in to InfoWars almost a year ago, and I asked, was it Schroyer or was it the other younger guy? I think it was the younger guy who's on the American Journal in the morning. And I asked him that question. I'm like, how Trump knows that this COVID is all BS. He has to, because we know it's BS, so he knows it's BS. And he agreed with me. He's like, yes, Trump has to know this is crap. I said, so why is he allowing it to happen? All these mandates and all this crap. If we know it's crap, he has to know it's crap. So how in the hell is he gonna let that, like, that it really blows me off. And it's not just the shots that he said. I think after he's president, he's like, yeah, it was great, I feel great, blah blah blah. You know, forget that even. Why didn't he stop this BS before it even started? We knew it was BS. He's a smart man in one of the world's most powerful positions. He has information at his fingertips we will never have. You know, that position gives you endless information. You get access to archives that no other person other than the president has access to. Things like that. So when you're in that position of power, even if they're locking you in a basement or jail cell, which they didn't do that to him. How in the heck can you go blind and say, I didn't know, they tricked me? No. You know the difference between right and wrong. And if you're a man of God like Trump says he is, and probably is, you know, like how are you gonna have such a blind eyes to the truth when you have God on your side?
The next train going to downtown Washington. Let's get in this train is out of service. Everyone must stay green. Thank you. Train moving forward. Train is out of service.
That's a good point. That's a very good point, PJ. Well, I know the current infiltrator in the White House was not voted in. We'll leave it at that. So, does anyone have any confirmation on if Joe Biden is a Freemason? I think I've tried to look it before.
This time, this train is out of service. Train on opposite platform will be your next train going towards downtown Washington, D.C. Please stand clear. The doors will be closing.
Step back, doors closing.
Alrighty guys, I'm gonna have to let you go now. I gotta find my bus, get on the way home. I want to say a special thank you to my moderators, a special thank you to you, John. I really appreciate all your time and dedication to this channel, and it really shows too. Want to thank all my viewers. I want to thank Granny and the other people who were able to donate. I will be checking that soon. I will be sending my hearts because it gives me the options to send hearts or a smiley face with a money sign in its eyes or like a thumbs up. And I think the most appropriate option every time that I've received a donation is a heart. So if you get a heart in your Cash App, it will be confirmation that I received the money. I would send a very nice message as well, but Cash App does not allow you to send messages. Oh, this is not good. You'd think they designed these escalators to work once in a while, but I think they're designed to be worked on more than work. Oh, let's let me get to the top of here. Have a great and blessed day, everyone. Well said, SBT. Well said, Twisted. Good night / morning. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. I will take me a nap. And we will be back at it tomorrow. Yes, thank you guys so much. I love you all, man. And I will see you tomorrow. I got a lot of work to do, guys. Thank you very much. Please remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you will be able to get back to this beautiful chat that we've all come to like. At least this evening is one of the best chats I've ever had. This chat alone is definitely gonna make me do things like this more often. Because I guess the trolls go to sleep late night. I don't know what's going on. Maybe we whacked them all. I don't know. But it was a beautiful night, guys. And thank you so much. Very great conversations with very great human beings. And I will see you guys sooner than you think. Have a blessed day. Have a safe night. I will be at the jail tonight. I will be supporting Mickey, Ashley Babbitt's mom. I will definitely be there, rain or shine.